In this video, I'm going to be teaching how to cut and sew this V-neck design with a collar. If you are interested in it, kindly watch till the end. So I'm going to be using these two fabrics, one for the front and the other one for the back. So I'm going to be starting with the front. First thing I'm going to be doing is to go in from the center front 3.5 inches, and then I'll be coming down by 3.5 inches as well. After that, I'll go ahead and then connect the points together just like this. After that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. After cutting out, I'm going to create my armhole. Use the normal armhole you use for your shirts. So after creating my armhole, I'm going to be cutting out a fabric of length 9 inches, and then the width of this fabric is 7 inches. I fused it with a medium interfacing and then pressed to get a center line. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to place it down and then place my front on top of it, making sure the neckline is on top of it, and then I'll go ahead and trace out the neckline. Next, I'll go ahead and then cut it out and then mark the center of it. So I'm going to take note of the center this way, and then from the center at the neckline, I'll go on both sides by 1 inch. So 1 inch on both sides, and then I'll come down by 5 inches. After that, I'm going to join the points together to create something like a V or a dot. So this is what I meant. You are going to be getting something like this. Next, I'm going to open up my front and then the center line, press it to get something like this, and then make sure the two center lines are meeting. So when they meet, or you are sure they are meeting, go ahead and then pin it down and then take it to your machine and stitch on the V. After stitching, I'll go ahead and then cut out the center part just like this. Make sure you are cutting through to the end so that when you open, it can lie down flat. After that, I'll go ahead and then top stitch on the facing, the one with the fused material. So I'll go ahead and then top stitch it just like this. This is to enable it to lie down flat so that the facing won't be showing at the right side. So after top stitching, I'll go ahead and then press it so that everything lies in place. After pressing, next thing I'll be doing is to work on the back neckline. So this is what I have now. So for the back, I'll go in by 3.5 inches like I did for the front, and then I'll be coming down by 1 1/4 of an inch, and then join the points together to create my neckline just like this. After that, I'll go ahead and join the two necklines together. That is the front and then the back neckline, and then I'm going to be stitching 1/2 inch. You can decide to make it 1/4. So after that, next thing you have to do is to measure the neckline. One way you can do that is to measure half of the neckline just like this, and whatever you get, you record it. But then when I do it this way, I don't usually get the right measurement. So another way you do it is also to fold it into two like this and measure. But this is what works for me. I'll go ahead and measure all round it. So I'll go ahead and measure all round it like I said, and then you notice when you measure all around, the measurement is different from measuring half of it depending on the fabric you are using. So I'm going to be using this interfacing for my collar, and it is a medium interfacing. First thing I'm going to be doing is to divide the measurements into two. I had 19.75 for the neck, so I divided into 2 on the tape measure, and then I marked it down. Next, I'm going to be going up from the center half an inch, and then I'll come in by 3.5 inches, and at that point I'll go up by half an inch as well. Next, I'm going to be joining the points together and then connect it to the actual measurement of the collar. So this is what you should get when you do that. Next, I extended the line up, and then I'll go ahead and measure 3 inches. That is the width of my collar. You can measure from 3 to 4 inches depending on how big you want your collar to be, but 3 is okay for me. And then I joined the points together. Next, I came out by half an inch from the upper part, and then I slanted it to the lower part of my collar. This is to give it a shape at the edge. So first thing I did was to go up by half inch over there, and then half inch here as well, and then I went in by 3.5 inches, connected it to the end, measured 3 inches up, 3 inches up, connected, and then went out by half to get my curve. So that is it for the collar. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to press it down on my fabric just like this, and then I'll go ahead and fold it into 2 so that I can double the fabric. So after that, I went ahead to pin it down this way so that cutting becomes easy. If you don't pin, you might make a mistake. So I went ahead to pin before cutting out. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to fold one part up just like this. I normally fold the part with the interfacing, so half an inch up, and then I'll go ahead and stitch all around to that part. After stitching, next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out or trim the excess, but then take note, I didn't stitch exactly on the interfacing. You're going to go up a little bit above the interfacing so that when you turn, everything becomes nice and neat. Next thing to do is to turn it out so that I can press it and then proceed with the sewing. So after turning it out, I went ahead to press it again. Take your time and press it. So after pressing, this is what I have. Now I folded it into 2 to get the center. So I'm going to be cutting or snipping the center just like this so that I get where I'll be matching to the neckline. So I already have a center line at the neckline, so I'll just match the 2 together and then pin them. After that, I'll pin another side close to it this way. I'll do same to the other side, and then the next thing to do is to pin the front area. So this is it. Go ahead and pin the front area just like this, and then pin the other side as well. So after pinning both the front areas, now you can go ahead and pin as much as you want. Pin as much as you want. That is the number of pinning you want. That will enable you sew with ease. So go ahead and pin. You can pin every part of it so that when you sew, you don't find difficulties. So after pinning everything down, I'm going to take it to my machine and then stitch half an inch at that area. After stitching my half an inch, this is what I have. So next thing I'm going to be doing is to snip. I'm going to be snipping all round the neckline. This is to enable it to lie flat so that I just fold it on top of it this way and then pin it down. So at this point, you can pin as much as you want as well, depending on what works for you. If pinning everything help you sew with ease, go ahead and then do it. So after pinning, I'll just take it to my machine and stitch, and that'll be all for my collar. So at this point, I'm done. All I have to do is to fold my collar or roll it down this way, and that is all. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you another time. Bye.